Okay, hey guys, it's a quick recording here. I have fixed a mic setup and got a new mic again for Giordano. He wanted better audio, so thanks to you, Giordano. But anyway, let's start. What will be like the most important aspects for this video? I think it's gonna be on-chain data because we do see some interesting changes here happening. And on-chain data gets more and more important the closer you get to a Bitcoin top or like a cycle top. And maybe some cool-off periods you can also track within this on-chain data. And I also want to check some correlations between gold, between MicroStrategy in correlation with Bitcoin. And of course our altcoins. When is alt season going to happen, right? Okay, so let's dive into the weekly of Bitcoin first. And as you can see here, what do we actually see in this data? So this data point is the fear and greed index, which shows the current sentiment and maybe like some type of local top in sentiment. And when does that happen, right? You can see we have multiple weeks left of extension before you actually have a bigger cool-off period. And as you can see here, it's very historically accurate with the RSI top and the sentiment top. So be sure to check this out, QuotumFNG, if you want to check it out yourself. If you get close to like a top, you will definitely see here, at least like close to a 60 level here. And currently we're at like, close to a 70 level, and we are now at 60. So we do have some extension left from multiple weeks before we get a bigger cool-off period. And now on the RSI, we also see some overextension here, which usually for stocks, we do have like a top of or close to top at 70. That's like a very strengthy or very strong trend. And for Bitcoin and for other more risk assets with higher volatility, we do see it topping off close to 85/100. And we do see some diminishing strength values. So to be conclusive, I would look for at least an 85 target for this cycle. And currently we are at 74, right? And we are not going up in one straight line, right? Otherwise it will be gone, this trend and this cycle within a few, maybe within 1 quarter. But I think it will continue at least till the end of next quarter, as we are now in a fast cycle instead of a slow moving cycle, which is nice to see. And why are we in a fast cycle? You do see extreme buying pressure from corporate worlds, especially from MicroStrategy. In the latest week, you see a lot of catalysts and a lot of news, especially from ETFs and from MicroStrategy that are buying billions and billions of new Bitcoin. How do we know? You can see it in the chart, for instance, from MicroStrategy. It's in direct correlation with Bitcoin, as you can see, because it's so Bitcoin heavy and it's a very forward-driven, blockchain-centered business and business model, if you look at investments there. So what do we see? A front runner before we broke out of this pattern, which I shared with you guys last week, is MicroStrategy. It's pulling Bitcoin out of this pattern. And now we see a total sentiment flip, and it's going very fast. And that is because the corporate world is pulling us out of it. And what happens then to the cycle? Yeah, it gets faster and faster now. It can go really fast. And I will show you in on-chain data how long it will take the cycle and what Quotum thinks, right? And that is the most crucial period, right? It will go very fast now from Bitcoin then to ETH and other large caps, as you can see here now. ETH a bit slower, a bit more lacking, but it doesn't really matter because it's going to change. And we do see some meme coins and some altcoins getting in there slowly, right? It will take several weeks before that kicks in, and that's going to be interesting. The first hint we got from this trend flip was the Bitcoin dominance. Actually, people were thinking it was going to top out. And that's because on the daily, you saw like a decline of 2% in one day, which was when Bitcoin was almost at 100K. Didn't really finally reach it, I believe. Like it was close to 99.4 or something. So then it's accumulating here a bit, and then it gives some room for altcoins to grow. So that's why you got a little hint already from the small cap alts we have here, with Riallo, more or less finding a double bottom support as we stated in the Telegram updates, and now extending to almost even a breakout of this trend line. I will show you later. So yeah, we get a little hint here. We can go sideways here for a little bit. I don't expect altcoins to already run at this stage. But it's getting very, very fucking close. So be aware of that. And here we see we are breaking out in the total market instead of only Bitcoin. And yeah, that's very interesting to see. What is the total market cap doing? It's already breaking out of this high. I saw ETH not breaking out yet and some other large cap not breaking out yet. But the total market is pulling out. And that's because you have like very big list of large caps already popping in great numbers, like a 4.5x on XLM, which is great. Dogecoin, of course, because of the Doge department from USA. Cardano, some meme coins, XRP, for instance, the meme coin XRP, which is doing great actually. Congrats to you guys. You've been bullish for 4 years, and now it finally pays off. But now let's get to the more serious coins, because yeah, this will be like a one-day success maybe for XRP, but we'll see. What's gonna happen with this trend? Maybe a slight cool-off period of a few days, and then finally, yeah, pushing through, because we already have this confirmation here where we tested this level, sizzled here a little bit, flirted with this line, and then we're pulling out to the Fibonacci extension, which is more or less with the lowest target maybe double from here. So all of your favorite coins, maybe Solana, maybe Bitcoin, yeah, you can expect great returns from here. And expect more than 2x from altcoins, because Bitcoin dominance is very big in this market, so it will decrease the returns of the total market. But yeah, that's what you can expect from total, just for the continuation of the extension. And also here with smaller altcoins, you do see here, so excluding Bitcoin and ETH, you see we are breaking out. So they will more likely be continuing. Heading to this chart. Let's see. What is this? This is a stablecoin dominance, as you can see. And the stablecoin dominance USDC plus USDT, which is doing great. And by the way, what I mean with great is that we touched on this trend line, this multi-year trend line, which some of you stated as the bottom target or the top target from the crypto market, but it's gonna go way more down, right? As you can see here, we're gonna go to these low numbers, and you can see here the trend's already starting. So if you still have the question or the doubt, is the cycle in full bull now? Yes, it is. You can see it in the USDT, you can see it in Bitcoin dominance topping, as we already predicted for months and months ago. So it's beautiful to see finally that's happening. And also more familiar charts, USDT dominance. Yeah, all the trends are aligning, right? You see total, you see Bitcoin, you see Bitcoin dominance, all in our favor. So that's all I can say from this current market. That's going our way. And now we see here the Bitcoin performance versus altcoins. We did break out for Bitcoin, for the altcoins against Bitcoin, which means that Bitcoin was losing its market cap. So it's already a hint that we are going to phase 2 of the market, right? Where Bitcoin loses dominance. But that's not confirmed yet. So let's wait for a few days to see what happens. All right. Yeah, so before we jump in altcoins, let's first go to the glass node. To dashboard. What do we see here? MVRV score. As you can see, the MVRV score measures, it's a method to measure the market conditions, and it's a more complicated formula, as you can see here, but it's very good in indicating when the trend is really getting close to an end. The cycle's getting close to an end, as you can see here in the data. And yeah, where did we top out actually the last few times, right? You can really with 100% say it's gonna be this level that we reach the red level. We did reach it every cycle, as you can see, the bigger cycles. So that will be interesting to see. But there's also like a part of the cycle, which is the second part of the cycle, where we didn't reach it, right? So be aware that this indicator is not enough to use it as the only one indicator you can use to get out of the market. You need multiple indicators. But if we were to go above this level and you reach this level, it's getting really overheated. So use this one for point A here to see, okay, we are getting close to an end. And then just be happy when it goes further and further into the trend. And the urge to sell will increase as we get above this $10 line. So we will update you guys on this more. And what's happening here? Yeah, as I told you multiple times, the buying pressure now is from bigger addresses, bigger wallets, from institutions, from ETFs, and from companies. And that's what you see here. We forcefully started an early and faster cycle because the money inflow comes from bigger wallets with over 100K. So we are building, and we have built a great tool where you can log in and check actually all the relevant indicators. You don't have to understand it deeply, but we do, and we're trying to help you guys get an exit strategy out of this market. We have a great exit strategy based on 6 indicators, which are perfectly aligned with each other. It's a very safe bet. It will almost guarantee to have a perfect exit strategy, where I mean that we don't take maximum risk, but we do have great returns, and that's what we are aiming for. And yeah, it can only last like, I don't think it will last more than 6 months. So be sure to check out our indicators in the group when we're gonna share it, and get a login and get engaged in this, because it's very crucial to understand that you need a perfectly rational exit strategy instead of getting in the FOMO, because otherwise you're gonna get slaughtered. And we also always watch the pi cycle indicator, and what we do is here now is that we're probably not gonna get a pi cycle crossover because it's deviated too much. It's not close aligned, so we cannot probably use it this cycle. And at last, for the on-chain data, what do we see here? Because we are in a fast cycle, we did expect, okay, 2025 is going to be top from the nupal, and maybe close to the summer, close to Q3. But what we are actually seeing here is that we are probably getting closer to the blue zone, probably the end of Q1. And that's because we are extending very fast here, and it only takes us like a minor step upwards, right, to the blue level, as you can see here. I will show you. So when we get in this range, and I have an indicator, an alert set for you guys, when we reach this exact line, that we get an alert to sell a little bit, or sell at least a percentage of your bag. Because it has been very historically accurate and very close to the top, and you do want to be notified when you see this. And probably it's going to go very fast, and you forget that you have to watch here, or you have to look. But this is a crucial top level, so this is getting very close now. It's only a matter of months, and altcoins are going to run probably at the end of December, early January, and that's historically accurate trend reversal. And Cohen also confirms that. So you only have like 3-4 months for altcoins. Then you have to exit. And you cannot time it. It can change. I can also say in a month that's going to be a bit longer cycle. But now the data says it's a short cycle, and you have only like 3-4 months to exit with your alts. So be aware of that. Okay, that's the on-chain data. Now we're going to look back into our altcoins, because it's going great. Orgo coin, let's see. Yeah, this trend line is irrelevant. What we can see here, okay, this is a very small cap coin. It's like 16 million market cap, I saw yesterday. So you don't want to expect that we're already gonna pump now after we touch this level, right? It was just an early show off of what it will actually do later on. But do expect it to pump massive numbers in the end of the year, right? Close to December and early January. And we can see a massive extension here, getting close to at least all-time high of $2. Which is, look at this, guys. It's gonna go very fast. Between this and, I'd say, not too much, just this box probably, if you look at Fibonacci levels. So, what would be that? What would that be like, right? Yeah, it's 600% from here. So if you want exposure in an AI project with a great return and a great risk to reward ratio, be sure to watch AGC. And don't think it's over. Don't think the hype is gone. It's just the behavior of smaller market cap coins. So great timing to get in now. Don't wait. All right, and then we have our crazy child Rioyo, which did scare some people off here with all this FUD. And you see here some
me included.
yeah, some wicks actually that went crazy, right? Okay, we're losing support now of this massive double bottom trend line here. So we do want some support here, and we're just falling like a falling knife. There was no reason for FUD. There was no negative sentiment around it. I saw on Twitter there was nothing happening, but it was just outflowing and chasing hype, chasing pumps, which is very understandable. It's human behavior. But it was fundamentally strong, and we have 3 big catalysts still, as I stated in the previous video, waiting for us to get dropped. And I'm following the CEO's updates, and it's very close to deployment, very close to releasing these updates. It's just trying to time the market. And as I stated, it's probably going to happen in the late of December, right? There's this altcoin performance. So just be patient and buy more. Because we do see some strength there, and a really nice recovery actually. So from in the weekly, what happened? A weekly recovery, which extended to 47%, guys. It's showing a lot of strength. Don't think you have to fade this coin. You have to exit of this RWA coin. Yeah. So stay in Rioyo, buy more. What do we see here? Same shit as I told you, but the predictions were spot on. It's staying above this trend line. It can wick down, just as we did here. Sorry. It can wick down a little bit, a few times, but just wait. There's no FUD. There's nothing crazy going on for the coin. No one's is hating on them. Just stay in the coin, and you see the same week it recovers with multi-digit percentages, like 30-40%. Just trust your coins, trust your projects. You bought great utility, you bought great coins. Just buy more, right? I'm even buying more. For till probably January, and then exit aggressively in Q1 probably. So yeah, be sure to watch that, man. And here we see still the targets that are left, right? From this point on, yeah, you can get a 12x, 13x if you're just patient. That's it. And also, don't marry your bags, right? Because when we say we want to exit a certain project, we don't believe in the project anymore, just like Veracity did, okay? It's getting some trend here, some reversal trend, but what do you see here in the wicks? It doesn't have any strength. The real use case is a bit destroyed because the community left, right? And people lost their trust in this project. So don't get FOMO. Fuck them, skip them. Just stick to your altcoins, and yeah, that's the only skill you need. Emotional control, patience, and money. That's it. Alright, guys.
I think maybe it's worth mentioning the hydro talks that Reggie, the CEO, has been saying. His expectations, which are kind of
bizarre.
Yeah, to say the least, right?
Yeah. Okay, so we bought in a pre-sale a lot of coins for a very good price, which were the pre-sale, and they were from Hydro, which is a SUI-based altcoin. It was in the past. It was called Gauder, as some of you may know, and Gauder had a great performance last cycle. It created a lot of hype. It had a great run with very, very high returns, and we really liked the project. The only problem is we didn't really sell at that time, and we had another chance, right? This chance, and now it's gonna be rebranded. It's already been done. They have great numbers from users growth from their actual product, so that's all good. That's all nice. They have a great marketing team, and they are gonna launch anytime soon, which is in a few weeks. And what's gonna happen then? They have a lot of marketing budget, and they are on a network or on a chain, which is very trending and is gonna be trending in the coming months. So they have just a very, very good formula for success at this moment. And it's very hard to fuck it up from here. So the projects and the estimations for this cycle were, I believe, 3 billion, he said, which is ambitious, but this ambition will bring you far, and speculation will bring you far. So don't fade on this opportunity. You might get some exposure and just watch the launch. Just track the chart, watch our video, watch our opinions about it, and if there is a good buying opportunity, we will let you know. But be aware that it can have some great returns, and that it's very early stage, this project. So a nice opportunity for you guys. So be aware for that. And enjoy your weekend, guys. See you in a bit, and Trabuco will be there next time. He's been working hard behind the scenes and behind the screens on the VIP, so that's going to be very, very crucial for the coming months to get some actual money out of this market and not lose this cycle. Alright, see you guys.